Hi there, I'm Dr. Susie Hesser, and I'm your instructor for the course Foundations of Educational Research. I'm excited to get to know all of you and work with you over the next 7 weeks as we learn all we can about educational research. I'm going to try to make some videos for you along the way, although I hate seeing myself on video. I'm going to do the best I can, and these are going to be rough cut videos. Just get the information to you, and it may be ugly, but I'm going to try my best. I want to give you an overview with this particular video of the course. So when you get into the course tomorrow, when it opens up, of course, you always have this welcome students start here section with a checklist. Within that checklist, I highly recommend that you get the free pro version of Grammarly because this course is very heavy in writing, and that is a huge resource. There's a little bit about me here. I am an instructor for Tammy Yu's Master Teacher program. I've created the courses and have instructed those. This is my first time with this particular course, teaching it, and also teaching a course that I did not design. So I've been spending a lot of time looking at the alignment and trying to make sure that everything makes sense with the course for you so that your learning is smooth during this course period. And please let me know if you have any ideas because I'm very open to adjusting as needed. You'll see the course syllabus here. And then I did put together this course assignment table for you that I think is going to be helpful, especially if it is accessible. So there you go. There we go. All right. Chart of assignments. So lots and lots of assignments. I tried to make everything coordinate and pare down as much as possible, but these are the course requirements, and we want to make sure that we learn everything that that is intended in this course. So basically, there are a few sections of things that are repeating. We have discussion posts every week, except for Module 7. We also have quizzes every week, 10 points each, that are related to this Writing Literature Reviews book, Galvin and Galvin. And then we have some other assignments, I'm calling them, acknowledging the syllabus, acknowledging the avoidance of plagiarism or your commitment to information ethics. And then this short little assignment, basically getting your research topic solidified, which I think is really fast in a 2-week period. So the two main projects of this course have to do with an annotated bibliography and a small-scale literature review. An annotated bibliography is just you taking the research that you found and you give a little summary of it, and then you analyze it and give an idea of why it's meaningful to answering your research question. And then you take that annotated bibliography, those sources, and you're going to use those for this small-scale literature review. This is everything that we're learning in the discussion posts together, in the Galvin and Galvin book, all of those things and all of the materials that are within each module support these two main things: the annotated bibliography and the small-scale literature review, which, when you think about this being a foundation of educational research, that just makes sense. So the big project, if you want to think of it as one big ball of wax, is that you will need to choose a topic that you want to research, get it as narrow as possible, create a research question with that topic, And then that it will be the launch pad for you finding finding materials, good sources, journal articles, things that will give you information to help you answer your research question. And that ends up being the annotated bibliography and the small scale literature review. So I've opened up module 1 and 2 of the course. I know that probably gives some of you stress, but I think there's more stress in seeing the whole thing all at once because there is a lot of reading and a lot of things to learn. That's okay. We can do it. We'll take it 1 week at a time, one module at a time. So I have weeks and modules 1 and 2 open for us to get started on immediately. And then at the end of module 1, I'll open up 3 and maybe even 4. I don't want there to be too much working ahead because that kind of messes with the discussion board, and also the fact that this is paced out with drafts of the reports, drafts so that I can give you feedback. So the pacing is important so that you don't get ahead of where we want to be. Okay, so that is the big overview. If you take a look at modules 1 and 2, the first topic is initiating research. And in this module, I put in basically a section on the course requirements because I think we begin with the end in mind. That is going to be helpful to you. So what are the requirements of this course? The annotated bibliography is explained completely here. And then I'm giving you a template so you can just copy this and use this template. There's no reason for you to be stressing about the format, although the formatting does need to be APA specific. So the template here should be helpful, and you can also see a model. Then the second major assignment is the small scale literature review. So I have the assignment requirements written out here as clearly as possible. And then again, another sample for you to look at. And then here's another copy of that chart of assignments that I just went over. So it might be jarring to see these two big projects, but it really is important to know have the end in mind and know that everything we're learning in each module is building us up to having these things done and done very well. Then we get into some information ethics. And then after each block of learning activities, I put the assessment there with the learning activities so you can move through this in a linear way. Then we're going to get into managing the literature search. And then reading Galvin and Galvin chapters 1 and 3. There is an auto grading quiz that goes along with those 3 chapters. And then the discussion board post. So the discussion board post is in 2 phases each week. By Thursday, please post your answer to the questions that are posed. And then by Sunday, please respond to 2 other course mates relevant to what they have shared on the discussion board. Okay, so this is a QM course, so I'm staying really close to the plan. I've just weeded out a couple things, sources of information that I think were a little redundant to make good use of your time. And also I moved the order within each module of some of the things so that hopefully it makes good sense to you. The second module is getting into then analysis, evaluation, and synthesis. And we will be reading Galvin chapters 4 and 5, a little bit more of information ethics with the Belmont report, and then getting more into, as I said, analyzing literature. There is a small project due here, narrowing of your research topic. And I think it's important to know at the beginning of the course that at the end of the second week, you're going to be responding to this assignment with the topic that you're going to use for your annotated bibliography and small scale literature review. So this originally was a paper, but I decided with the other two things being kind of lengthy papers that I broke this up into questions for you to respond to in a paragraph, or basically a paragraph. Obviously, this is just one sentence. What is your research topic? Why are you interested in the topic? What are the key words? So on and so forth. You can read this there are 8 questions, including the last one, which is, do you have any questions or comments about the assignment or class? And so really 7 things that you need to respond to. But the big idea is that all of those things are centered around the topic and the research question that you have chosen. So that is the big overview of modules 1 and 2 and the course itself with the 2 main projects. And I always invite you to email. And I also have ad hoc office hours where you can schedule a Zoom via the link that I have in the About My Instructor page, where you can just pick a 15-minute block and schedule it onto my calendar where it works for you. So I think everything's pretty self-explanatory, but that is an option for you if needed. So I hope you enjoy this class. I finished my doctoral work about 5 years ago, and research is just very interesting, especially in education. There's so many different ways you can go with it. We're going to be talking about quantitative versus qualitative, but the big idea is to find something that you are really interested in. I got super interested in why so many new teachers are leaving the profession, and also the frame of mind of administrators and policymakers as to why they're leaving, and then the frame of mind of the actual new teachers as to why they're leaving. So that's what I dove into and did my research on, and it was a lot of work, but I enjoyed it because it was an important topic to me and something I found interesting. So I just encourage you to do the same. Find a topic that you find interesting, narrow it down, and enjoy reading about it and learning. All right, have a good week, and I will send another very awkward video next week.